This video is about a quest route I made for the upcoming members release on Lost City 2004scape. As you might know, members is coming out on March 29th, so less than 2 weeks from the release of this video. And I figured I might actually do every quest on release. I haven't quite decided yet, mainly because it looks like Legends quest won't be available at launch, but if by some miracle it is, then I might do them all as soon as I can. I also have some other plans that I might go for, like rushing the Watchtower quest and killing blue dragons until the end of time. But I still made this route just for content and in case I want to go for it. The main goals for this route are taking the path of least resistance, so getting quest requirements from quest rewards, prepping some of the quest items, but getting most of them between quests. Like at the start of the guide, you will go to Warrock and buy a bunch of quest items. All of the locations and everything is written down. And also splitting up some of the quests that require heavy travel. However, there isn't that much of splitting up quests in this guide, so if you don't enjoy that, you can still take a look and use it to determine a good order to do the quests in. I start out the document with some helpful resources. First one being the Runescape Classic Wiki. I believe almost all of the quests are the same in Classic as in this version. The only difference I can think of is Barbarian Outpost being in a different location. Then there is the Tippit website from 2006 using Wayback Machine. There are a few differences in those quest guides. I believe Merlin's Crystal has the wrong location for the incantation. And then lastly, the awesome channel of Zombie Music. Some of you might know him as Slayer Music, who has already made a bunch of quest guides for 2004scape. I'm most likely gonna use the videos myself, unless I'm gonna stream questing, then I might read up instead. Next, I put in a disclaimer. Since I mostly made this for myself, I kinda assume that everyone following this will have the free-to-play skill requirements, gathering and combat equipment, so like pickaxes and axes, food, and a decent supply of law and combat runes. As the disclaimer also states, you should read a bit ahead, at least the area you're heading into, so each of the headlines. The guide also doesn't list everything you need to bring, but I've tried to list like some of the less obvious items. But if you follow the quest guides and read a bit ahead, or remember the quest, that's even better. It should be fine, I think. I also highlighted some of the quests with green that you might not want to do if Legends isn't available or your goal isn't to do every quest. Even if you skip them all, you will have enough quest points to complete Hero's quest. In the actual guide, I start out by listing some of the items that you might want to prep before members. I think the most important ones are 20 limps, a cut diamond if you're planning on buying a dragon longsword, and 2 cut rubies, but those aren't really needed unless you're gonna do family crest before doing Shiloh village. I have also listed some less important items you might wanna prep, but they will all be picked up during the guide, excluding the bars for Temple of Ikov, but if you're not in a big rush, you can just wait for someone to make you a bow or darts or knives. After all of that, the actual route starts. My preferred start would be to log out at Remington with most of these items with you, grab the snake grass, and continue from there. I'm not gonna go through the whole guide here, that would be kinda pointless. One thing you might wanna do, however, is that you could easily start with Lost City if you wanna rush it, especially if you are panicked about buying a dragon longsword. Just do Lost City as the first thing, then you can continue to Port Sarim, Remington, and then continue here from Warrock. I might do that myself, and the only reason I have it set up this way is that you can do some Holy Grail stuff and other stuff while you're doing Lost City, since you need to visit Entrana for other quests as well. Some people have also been talking about doing Gertrude's Cat first. So if you want to do that, you could just do that first and then continue with the guide. It's really up to you. I don't think this is like the best route you could follow, but it's a route. So if you don't have anything else or want to make your own route, I would maybe use this as a base. In Google Docs, the easiest way to use this would be to go to File and make a new copy. So then you can actually use these tick boxes for preparation and whatever if you want to. And yeah, I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll put the link in the comments probably, since I don't think I can put links in the descriptions for some reason.